Hello again, welcome to the channel that's looking at manga values on a weekly basis, and as far as I know, I think I'm the only person doing it. But if you haven't seen last week's video, August 19th to August 25th, please do so. It was the best week we've ever had here. And I did want to, regarding that last week's video, I did want to put up one little clarification. My top collection from Malaysia, which was Blackjack volumes 1 through 17, even though if you go to the sold listings in eBay and it says sold, when you click on it, it says ended. Now there's a difference between ended and sold. Ended is by the seller. That doesn't mean the collection wasn't sold, because it could have sold privately or whatever, but in this case it probably wasn't. And I was just so blown away that this thing from Malaysia, which is, usually it just sells counterfeit manga, would have went for $1,200. That I was obviously just stunned and didn't look at the ended banner. But anyway, also speaking of collections, this week from August 26th to September 1st, collections were really, really good. So with that in mind, let's get started. And I want to do, like as usual, my 5 honorable mentions, but I don't know why I'm looking at these anime DVDs. I have to stop it. But let's start with honorable mention number 1. You're Under Arrest. The DVD box sets 1 through 4, so that's 16 DVDs. $250, not bad. This is one I would probably buy. But anyway, honorable mention number 2, we'll get back to collections. The Guilty. Only 4 volumes, but it still went for $280. That's like $70 a book. Honorable mention number 3 is the argument that it might be better to buy the collection than try and go after singles. This is Future Diary volumes 1 through 10, $375. Volume 6 of Future Diary is an expensive book. So this is a case where if you bought the collection, it's probably better to do that than just try and piece this together individually. Speaking of expensive books and collections, honorable mention number 4, The Wallflower, volumes 1 through 28, $450. Now we've seen a lot of the upper volumes of The Wallflower go for like big dollars before. Final honorable mention number 5, Kill la Kill, volumes 1, 2, and 3. These are all hardcovers, but only 3 books. $499.99. That is incredible. That's like almost $167 per volume. Okay, with those out of the way, we'll get into collections. Top 5 collections. Number 5, we've had this one before. Sugar Sugar Rune, volumes 1 through 8, $559.99. About $70 per book. That's Del Rey, 2005. And as I've mentioned before, Del Rey is one of those dead publisher premiums, which explains a lot of the value just because it's not being reprinted. Collection number 4 is from a very well-known author, but not so much for this series. It's Yasuhiro Naitao, who did Trigun, but he also did Blood Blockade Battlefront, and this is volumes 1 through 10. Went for $642.89. That's like $64.29 a piece. Dark Horse, 2011. Collection number 3 we've also had before. It's Toriko, volumes 1 through 43, $800. That's like $18.60 per book. Viz Media, 2010. Number 2 is also one we've had before, and it is a very loved series. This is Inuyasha, volumes 1 through 56, $900. That's like a little over $16 a book. Viz Media, 2003. And finally, the number 1 collection. Whatever this sells as a complete collection, it always goes for huge money. This is Gantz, volumes 1 through 37, and Gantz G, volumes 1 through 3. A lot of these were sealed, not all of them, but a fair number were actually still in the factory wrap. So that's 40 books in total, $1,875 American. That's like almost $47 per book. Dark Horse, 2008. Okay, let's get into the singles here. Not as good as last week, but still pretty good. It was actually very consistent. It went from $140 to $350. That is basically my average week here. But we're going to start off with 5 honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1, Crying Freeman, Volume 4, sealed. This went for $69.99. Originally published Dark Horse 2006. This, to me, speaks of speculation. Honorable mention number 2, let's get into the factory sealed versus shrink wrapped. There is a difference. This is Wedding Peach, and it is not factory sealed, it is shrink wrapped. $99. Now, there's nothing wrong with shrink wrapping your books, I suppose, but it's not the same as factory sealed, so just be aware. Honorable mention number 3, Are You Alice, Volume 12, $100. Now, Are You Alice is a fairly new series. This was actually published in 2016 by Yen Press. Just surprising that something so new went for really big dollars. Honorable mention number 4 is not a surprise. These always go for good money. 2 volumes of the 5-star stories, volumes 21 and 22. The pair went for $221.50. That's like almost $111 per book. And finally, at honorable mention number 5, Gantz, volume 26, sealed, went for $129.99. All right, here we go in the top 10. Number 10, Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle, Volume 25, $140. Speaking of a Dead Publisher Premium, that's Del Rey, 2010. At number 9, we have a huge logjam. It's really the only ties we have on this list, but that $150 price point is quite common. So let's get in with our first. Number 9, it's Gantz, Volume 27, Factory Sealed, $149.99, Dark Horse, 2013. Our second title at number 9, we see it all the time. One Piece, Gold Foil Edition, Volume 23, $150, Viz Media 2009. That $150 is actually a very common price for this Gold Foil Edition, Volume 23. The third title at number 9, again, no stranger to the list, Abra, the Deluxe Edition with poster, $150, Viz Media 2018. And our final listing at number 9, the last of the ties, Basra, Volume 21, $150, Viz Media 2014. All right, we can finally move on to listing number 8. We had a whole bunch of these factory sealed last week that went for incredible dollars. This one is not factory sealed. This is Vagabond, Volume 37, $160, Viz Media 2015. Number 7 just goes to show you that sometimes it depends on which country it's selling from. Sometimes it just depends on the day. But this is Gantz, Volume 26. This one is not sealed, but it was a UK seller. Went for $160.73. Dark Horse, 2013. Number 6, this is the second Basra title we've had. It's Basra, Volume 14, $175. Viz Media, 2005. At number 5, I think this one has to get the thumbnail. If you don't know, I always give the thumbnail to the title that kind of shocked me the most that it appeared on the list. But this is Ikigami, The Ultimate Limit, Volume 10, first printing. Went for $229.95. Viz Media, 2014. Number 4, we've had this before as well, Ultimo, Volume 12, $235. That's the last volume of the run. Viz Media, 2016, as I've said before. A lot of Stan Lee fans, and Stan Lee wrote this one. At number 3, we have perhaps my favorite manga cover of all time. Tenjo Tenge, Volume 8, Full Contact 2-in-1 edition, $249. Viz Media, 2012. At number 2, Umineko, Episode 6, Volume 1, $321.44 American, Yen Press, 2016. I will say The episode 6 Uminekos, the volumes 1 and 2, are probably the most expensive Umineko. And finally, at number 1, this is pure speculation, I know it is. It's King of Wolves sealed, and the seller had it listed as near mint, $350. That's Dark Horse, 2005. So, as usual, I'll bring up the spreadsheets. These are the collections, the Gants, no surprise. Always an expensive run to buy. And I don't know if I've ever had that Blood Blockade Battlefront as a complete collection before, but, that's pretty respectable, to be honest. As far as the singles go, I gotta say, it was a pretty good week. That King of Wolves, the fact that it's factory sealed, we've had those sell before, but not for $350. Basra, certain volumes of that continue to be expensive. Vagabond, same thing. All in all, not too many surprises or newcomers to the list. Really just that Ikigami, I believe, is the only one that's never been in the top 10 before. We're definitely seeing some trends, learning a lot. Great to see. Do you like the fact that I'm looking at anime DVDs, or does that matter to anybody? Anyway, leave a comment. Love the comments. And we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.